Hey, bourbon brothers and sisters, Angry Mac here. Today I would like to talk about cigar blends. But before I do, can you hit that subscribe button? It's free. Like it, subscribe, send it to your friends. If I came up on your algorithm screaming and yelling about whiskey, because somebody has to, that means you like whiskey. That means you like bourbon. Maybe I can make you laugh, learn a little bit, and just share my adventures with you. That's all I'm here for. Nobody's paying for me this, and if you hit the subscribe, it's free. So I digress. Let me get back to what I'm doing here. Cigar blends. Cigar blends. Is it genius or is it a gimmick? So in front of me, I have 3 cigar blends, the only blends I currently have in my collection. I have the Cigar Batch Short Barrel, I have the Penelope, and I have the Buzzard's Roost. Cigar blends, what is it? Again, I am no expert. But I know a cigar doesn't pair with a 90 proof, and these are all over 90 proof. I know a cigar, if you're drinking a 90 proof and you're telling me it's some reason it doesn't taste right, it doesn't pair, you're doing something wrong, not the cigar, not the bourbon. And if they tell me it doesn't pair one more time, I may have to take this cigar out of their mouth to correct it. And again, I am just beginning my cigar journey, but I'm asking a lot of questions and I'm learning. I want to share what I learned with you. And I got some of this information from some people that were kind enough to discuss this with me. But I do know what a cigar blend is, and I've enjoyed cigar blends. My local, and I think the cigar blend rage started with the J. Magnus cigar blend. And my local guy, his favorite is the J. Magnus. He's always got a bottle open to the store, and every time I come in, he's like, "Angry, come on over, let's have a pour." More often than that, it's the Magnus, it's the cigar blend, and I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Ironically, I've never paired a cigar because we're always drinking it in the store. I've never had a bottle of my own. So let's see. Cigar blend doesn't mean we put cigars in your bourbon. Doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that cigars were dipped in bourbon and you're smoking these cigars dipped in bourbon and you're pairing them up with certain bourbons. Doesn't mean that at all. Doesn't mean that at all. And if you believe that, it's a whole different conversation. You may need to speak to somebody else who has a greater expertise than I. As I said, nobody's soaking them. Nobody's soaking them. But what these cigar blends are, you want higher proof, you want oakiness, you want more flavor, you want more sweetness, you want something that's going to cut through the smoke. And that's generally why a cigar blend is higher in proof, cuts through the smoke. Now, I wish I was smoking a cigar in here, but I don't smoke cigars in the house, and I wasn't about to go outside and do this video. It's about 27 degrees outside. We also need to be careful about cigar-infused, bourbon-infused cigars. It's there. They're out there. Not the same thing. Doesn't mean the same thing. There's no infusion process here. So what we're looking at is that these bourbons or whiskeys or ryes, anything that has a cigar blend in them is carefully created to enhance not only the bourbon, but the cigar you're pairing it with. So somebody wanted to invent it, said, let's be bold, and it worked. It worked because if you're looking at it and you're drinking it with a cigar and it matches well with the cigar, you'll know if you take a lower proof and a bold cigar, you're going to be smoking hot air. You kind of have to get that balance, which I'm talking about. So let's go back to why is the rage now? Why is the rage now? Because it appeals to men. Let's say the fact. The amount of cigar smokers are more men than women. That's just numbers, just factual information, and plenty of great women smoke cigars. God bless you. I think you're awesome. However, let's face it. More men smoke cigars than women. You go into the cigar lounge, you're going to see 95% men, maybe a woman or two, and that's just the way it is. So it goes back to men being men. Like I asked my grandfather one time, I said, "Pop, why are you always out in the back with a cigar and a bourbon?" He looked at me, he goes, "Michael, because I'm a man." That was it. How do you argue with that? It goes back to the days of the Westerns with the Clint Eastwood, the little cigar, give me a shot. Went in, got a shot, handed him a bullet, got a shot, and here we are. Next thing you know, you're drinking it. Goes back to the days of Rockefeller, sitting in his chair with the big cigar and that nice fancy decanter, pouring his whiskey or bourbon and smoking it. It's luxurious. So a cigar paired with bourbon is not only rugged, makes you like a man, it's luxurious, makes you feel like you're somebody. Or at least that's the image in your mind. That's your finish in your mind. So you want that high proof to push through the smoky flavor. You want to pair it well, and you want to know what pairs with what. So pairing is more than just willy nilly. Let me just grab a cigar and something else. You know, smoking a cigar with bourbon is really just a feeling. It's a vibe. It's a coolness. You know, I happen to like it sitting around my friends, my friend Lee and Bill and Josh and my son. We were down there in North Carolina smoking some cigars. Andy, smoking some cigars. Just, it felt great. Talking, smoking a cigar, drinking a bourbon, just bullshitting about life. So adding the cigar adds another layer of connection to the person you're with. Now, I feel that drinking with somebody else is best. For me, at least, I think that connection and talking to somebody, it helps what's in the glass to be great, but it's the person you're with. But I think you add that layer of a cigar, you have more to talk about. It's just more bonding. People bond over bourbon, cigars, whiskey. I've never heard of anybody bond over a beer or a martini or a margarita or an ice cream. This is a bonding activity, and the cigar adds to that. So why not have a cigar blend? Why not have a cigar blend? So if you're going to get a cigar blend, you want a medium or mild, you want something softer, you want that 110 range, maybe a little bit more sweetness, but that's a light cigar. If you're going to that full Maduro, you need to kick it up. You need to get that 130, that you want to go hazmat, you want to go big, you want to go bold. You want a bold sweetness. You know, they're putting things in there like to sweeten it up, to cut through that smoke, Amburana, cognac, sherry, these big, bold flavors we're finding in all of these cigar blends because they cut through that smokiness, and that's what you want. That's what you want. If you want a cigar, big, bold cigar that tastes like espresso, you have that pepper, you have that earthiness, something that makes it really great. You don't want a bourbon that tastes like a birthday cake. You don't want that really sweet, low-proof bourbon. It's just not going to go. It's going to be confusing for your taste buds. Your taste bud's going to go, buddy, what are you doing here? Can you match a little bit better? Really? Can you match a little bit better? You're not sitting down and pairing seafood and oranges. I mean, that's it. It's contrasting. So you want something that not only blends well in the bottle, you want a cigar that blends well with what you're drinking. So the truth of what you're looking for, some of these things are masterfully blended. Masterfully blended. I think I have 3 right here. Honestly, they're all fresh cracks. I've had the Penelope before. This is my, I think my 2nd bottle. I got this. This is the Kentucky Bourbon Festival exclusive. I tried it there. I haven't had it since. And my man Jim just sent me up this. James Whiskey Gator just sent me up this bottle. For me, short barrel. I don't see him up here, and I can't get it. So they're masterfully blended. Some of them are just regular bourbons, trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Good advertising. Some of them are just relabeled stuff that they already had. Some of them are $40, $50. Some of them are a couple of $100. So you have to experiment. You have to experiment. Don't go out and expect to put the tuxedo on and the white gloves and buy a bottle for $200, $300 and it's paired great with a cigar. Because if you're not pairing it with the right cigar, it's not going to work. Or if the bourbon's no good, it doesn't pair with the cigar, it's not going to work. So once again, this is trial and error. So you need to drink it. And how would I drink it if I was trying to pair with a cigar? Just for me personally, and this was advice given to me. I didn't create this. They said, Mac, what you need to do is just find a cigar bourbon and drink it. Just drink it neat. Drink it with ice. Just drink it. Get the feel for that. Then take a cigar, smoke it with a cigar. See how it feels and it tastes as you're doing the conjunction. Take that same cigar, that same brand or something similar, and then start smoking the cigar. Don't drink. And then midway through that cigar, then pick up the bourbon or the whiskey or the rye or the single malt. Is it enhancing the flavor? This is just like anything else. Trial and error. Find the cigar blend, not only the cigar blend bottle that you like, find the pairings that you like. Find the matches of different brands. And I don't know the matches of brands, just to be honest with you. I'm very fortunate that I ask around, hey, what should I buy? And they recommend things, and I'm old, my brain forgets things. So I'll just ask somebody, well, I have this cigar blend. What do you recommend? What are some things I should try? And I'll try them. I say, hey, Mac, why don't you come over? Now, if you drink it, and you get your cigar, and the taste of the cigar or the bourbon vanishes, that's not for you. That's one you want to get rid of. Now, what I want you to do is, because I'm experienced, just tell me your favorite pairing. Leave it in the comments. Subscribe. Leave it in the comments for me. Help me grow on my journey. So tell me your favorite. Right now, I'm going to grab this. Buzzard's Roost cap's on there tight, man. I may not be drinking this. Oh, here we go. So let me grab this Buzzard's Roost out. As I said, I wish I had a cigar right now, but I'm not going outside. It's too darn cold. We'll pour a little of this out. If you haven't had Buzzard's Roost, you may want to give the Buzzard's Roost a try. It is really damn delicious. The color's phenomenal. What is the proof on this one? The proof on this one's a light. So this is 105. This would probably go well with a lighter cigar. Nice sweetness. This is excellent on its own. It's got a nice sweetness to it. It does have a nice tobacco to it. I think this would go with a mild cigar, and I think they're, correct me if I'm wrong, Connecticut's. Now, remember, if your pour is not going to survive the smoke, you're doing some mix matching. But even better, find the people you love, give them a hug. Tomorrow's no guarantee. It's never what's in the glass or who you're smoking with or what you're smoking. I'm sorry, let me try that again. It's never what's in the glass or what you're smoking. It's who you're drinking or smoking with. And today, at least I'm drinking with you. Cheers, everybody. Oh, Buzzard's Juice was just as good as I remembered. Find the people you love, give them a hug.